So life is not a competition. It's about helping and inspiring others so we can all reach our potential. And then the other one, the flower can compete with no one because it blooms on its own, right? And then if you compete with no one can compete with you. So we use this on our yoga mat because we all have strengths and poses that excite us, right? In the comment section, you can tell me like what pose you love doing, and then maybe what pose is your nemesis, like that you just don't like it when the teacher's like, okay, let's do revolved half moon. You're like, no. But usually those are the poses that teach us the most. So remember that I'll carry in some as we go on through our class, but like, keep everything on the four corners of your mat, and the same way, like, only compete with yourself. A little healthy competition is all good, but we really need to cheer other people on because we all have unique gifts to share. So we don't need to be threatened or feel that our light isn't going to shine because someone else is also shining. Not too bad, right? Close your eyes, find a comfortable seat. Take that moment to draw your shoulders up by your ears, take them back and then down so that you can feel like your chest broadens. This is going to open up the collarbones, the heart chakra. And then the crown chakra, the crown of your head, is almost like someone has this string that's pulling it up towards the sky. Elbows draw back so they can touch your rib cage. You close in the energy space. And then the sits bones root down into the earth. Chin is parallel to the ground, so this all takes consciousness more than effort. And as you find your breath, know that your yoga begins right now. Whether you choose to take certain variations in our class, or you choose to modify, you will get everything you need simply by being present and breathing. So let's bring our hands to heart center, bow your chin to your fingertips. So as always, the class themes are just little seeds that we plant, and sometimes they resonate with you and others they're not applicable. So if this does and you want to elaborate or send someone light who maybe have been teaching you something at this time, right? All of our issues are really just teaching us something. Or if you have a different intention, something you want to feel physically or mentally, go ahead and invite that in at this time. And then when you're ready, open your eyes, release your prayer hands up to the heavens above you, open your arms, and then exhale, take them by your side. Good, so let's come to Baddha Konasana today. Soles of the feet together, it's like a butterfly. We're gonna take our cat-cow stretches like this. So you can either hold your ankles or you can hold your big toes with your peace sign fingers, so like the middle and the pointer. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna round. So you're gonna tuck your chin, round your upper back, and then on your inhale, you're gonna lift up, open the chest, pull the shoulder blades back. Good, so when you're ready to exhale, round and hunch, pull in. And on your inhalation, we open up, expand. Trying to start with Ujjayi breath at this time. In and out through the nose. Constricting the back of the throat. Good. 2 more times. Working that spine, starting to open the hips. Exhale, round. Inhale, lifts, open. And then come to neutral. And then from here, let's start to fold forward. Walk your hands forward. Maybe bow the forehead down towards your feet. But remember, this is early on in the practice, so you don't need to make it the deepest stretch ever. We're just saying hi to our body that showed up today. And walk your hands back in. Nice. Let's come to tabletop. All fours. We're going to give our wrists a little bit of love today. So let's take the right hand and face the palm up. Span your fingers out. And if you feel comfortable, you can do the left hand at the same time. If you're nervous, keep your left hand down and just do your right hand. And then you can start to open and close the fingers like you have a crystal in the palm of your hand. And if you want even more of a stretch, see if the eyes of your elbow crease can turn forward. See? You might want to do one at a time because it's like a little bit weird, but it's going to get you a deeper stretch. If you lean back, it really ignites it. Lean forward, it takes a little out. So if you did one hand at a time, go ahead, turn the right one down. Just play around. Move your body weight forward, back. Good. And then one more for the forearms. Take your fingers, span them back towards your knees. And then again, if you lean back, woo, you feel the whole arm shoot up, right? Maybe lean forward. Some people like even more. You can take it into like a plank or a down dog, right? It might be too much. So stay on your knees, just lean back, lean forward, and then release. Now let's do our feet. Toes come together. Try to tuck all 10 if you can. So even that little baby pinky, get up in there. So for some of you, it's like, ooh, my feet are really feeling this. Others are like, please, I can do this for hours. If you want to add in a little shoulders, you can reach your right arm up, reach for your middle back, take this left arm behind you so the fingers may clasp. You could use a strap or a towel, lean into that right arm, and then release. Try the other side, left hand to your upper back, right arm elbow bend so your fingers come up. Usually one side's easier to get to. Elbows draw in, lean back into that left arm. Good, and release. So we stretched out the extremities. You can tap it out a little bit. And then let's move into turbo dog. So tuck your toes, keep your knees bent, and then pull your chest to your thighs. Shake your head out. Yes, I'm so happy to be here. No drama, no comparison, no negativity. This is my life. And then take it for a walk. Straighten just through the right leg. Move slow. And then bend the right knee, straighten just through the left. Go back and forth. Maybe with every inhale you switch. Every exhale you switch. And then let's shift forward into plank pose, upper push-up position. So wrists under shoulders. Your modification here is to drop your knees. And then lift your hips up and back. This is the alignment for today. So the heels never need to touch the earth. We use it as a cue of energy. So the shins pull back, heels root down. Chest pulls back, triceps hug in. Take one more inhale and then maybe just one open mouth sigh. Good. Look to the top of your mat and let's walk our feet to our hands. Nice and slow. Tippy toe. Feet hips width distance apart. Measure it with 2 fists between your big toes. Your hips are never as wide as you think. If you want a little more, grab your opposite elbows. Create a little picture frame around your head. You can keep the knees soft. Sway left and right. And then let's root the left hand under our face, right hand to the hip. Bend your left knee, turn your torso to the right, reach your right arm up. Just such a nice stretch, being kind. And then switch. Right hand replaces left, left hand to the hip, bend your right knee, turn the torso to the left so you get the length, maybe reach left arm up. Beautiful, release. We're gonna ragdoll up, so slight bend in your knees, chin tucked, one vertebra at a time. Shoulders roll up, back, and down. Beautiful. Big toes together, mountain pose. Arms by your side. Take a deep inhale, exhale, empty out. Sun salutation A. On an inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, forward fold. Fingers can come down to the ground or onto your shins. Lengthen flat back. Exhale, root your hands, step back. Plank, we're here again. First one you could lower to the belly or chaturanga, your choice. Inhale for cobra, tops of the feet push down, elbows draw in, or up dog, arms will straighten, lift your thighs. Exhale, we meet back and down dog. So already starting to create some heat simply by linking our breath with our movement. Spread the fingers out nice and wide. And make sure you're putting weight into the finger pads so the wrists are not weight bearing. 2 more breaths in your down dog. Really hug your quadricep onto the bone. 1 more inhale, empty out the lungs. And then you're gonna look forward. You can bring your toes together. You can take baby steps. You could lunge or you could quietly shunt your feet to your hands. Inhale, let's lengthen again. Exhale, fold. This time reverse swan. So arms reach out and up. Look up towards your hands. Exhale, arms by your side. Good. On an inhale, let's reach our arms up and interlace your pointer fingers. Reach them up to the sky while your other fingers lace. Take a side stretch to the right. Look under your left arm. So make sure the left shoulder pulls back so the length is felt in the sides of your ribs, your body. Inhale, back to center. Arms go to the left, hips to the right, and pull your right shoulder back. How much space can you create? Good. One more inhale. Empty out. Come back to center, arms by your side. Good. We're going to come up onto our tippy toes. Reach your arms forward. And then let's start to take a squat, just to engage those leg muscles. You can come all the way down, nice and slow. Beautiful. And then let's try to come back up. So on the 10 tippy toes, heels stay lifted. Go, go, go. And if you fall out, who cares? It's all good. And then release your heels, arm by your side. Good. Sun salutation, B, chair pose. Here we go. Hips sink down, arms reach up. So really sink back into those hips. Make sure you can see all 10 of your toes. And then draw that pelvic floor up and in. Reach the arms a little higher. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's lengthen. Exhale, root your hands so you could jump or step back, chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take 5 breaths before we move on. Yes. Oh, there's a lot of you on today. I love it. This is all good. We're burning through what's not serving us. 2 more breaths. Really enjoy your down dog. It's like a resting pose. We come home. You can always drop to your knees to take your child. On an inhale, let's reach our right leg up and open. Stretch it out, bend the knee. Look under your left arm. Maybe reach your toes towards the left. If you want more in the left leg, really root your heel and try to lift up your 5 toes. It really opens the Achilles tendon in the calf. And then square the right hip. So release, straighten out the leg. Look forward, knee to nose, round. Step right foot to your right hand, warrior 1. Left foot pivots flat. Inhale, arms reach up. First one, we're going to hold 5 breaths. So the back toes reach towards the left corner of your mat. Right knee tracks over that right ankle, so the thigh is parallel. Hip bones pull forward. And then the gaze is between your fingers. So really open the hands, last breath. Exhale, hands frame, right foot, step back. Lower down, chaturanga or to the belly. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg reaches up, open, bend, and stretch. Taking the toes to the right. Maybe right heel pushes down, lift the 5 toes. Stretch out the Achilles tendon, the calf, so good. And then square the left hip, extend the leg. Knee to forehead, round and curl. Left foot to your left hand. Right foot pivots flat, 45. When you're ready, warrior 1, arms reach. So right toes point to the front corner of your mat. Right hip then draws forward. Left thigh parallel, so we really bend into that left knee. Open the fingers. Look up, 1 more breath. Exhale, hands frame, left foot, step back and lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, lead with your core, down dog. So you've got 5 breaths here. Contemplate life. Notice the thoughts. Where are you going? Especially if you start to get frustrated at the teacher, right? It's a sign that you may be blaming others. But the only thing we're responsible for is ourselves, our attitude, the way we do anything. Take 1 more inhale, open mouth, exhale. That way the jaw releases. Toes together, soften your knees, look forward. Bring your feet to your hands your way. Keep it light though, not like an elephant. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Chair pose, 1 breath. Finish strong. Come to stand. Release the arms. Nicely done. Open your feet hips distance apart. Hinge from your hips. Peace sign fingers hook around the big toes. Give our hamstrings a little opening. Inhale, find length. And then exhale, the crown of the head comes down. Think about lifting your sitting bones to straighten your legs. Now, most of us tend to be heavy in the heels, so see what happens if you shift your body weight forward into the balls of your feet and your toes. Then once you have that established, maybe you start to bend your elbows, getting deeper into the stretch. One more breath. And then bring your hands onto your hips. And with a flat back, let's come up to standing. Beautiful. Big toes together. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward folds, fingertips down. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, your choice, step or jump back. Inhale for up dog. Exhale, down dog. On an inhale, let's lift our right leg back. Keep your hip closed this time, so lead with your heel. Leg extends behind you. Then bend the knees, shift forward. High crescent lunge. So your right foot to your right hand. Stay on the ball of your back foot. On an inhale, rise. Modify by dropping your back knee. For the first crescent lunge, I always recommend bringing hands to your hips. Soften the back knee, and that way you can really feel the stretch in your psoas. The lower belly, mula bandha, up and in. Hips are forward. Once you have that, you can extend the back leg straight. Maybe then reach your arms up. One breath. And then exhale, handspring the foot. You're going to keep your left hand under the shoulder. Reach your right arm up. So beautiful twist here. Look up towards your right hand if you can. All right, we're going to try to move into side plank, Vashisthasana from here. So my level ones, you can drop a knee, come to the side, and reach up. If you want, my level twos, see if you could step your right foot back. You can put it in front of the left foot. Level 3, stack your feet. Maybe bicep over ear. This is really working those obliques. Keep lifting the hips, one more breath. And then look down, hand down. Chaturanga, here we go. Clean the slate. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. So the left leg extends back. Remember, hip is closed. Right heel pushes down towards the mat. Lead with the left heel. Then bend the knee, shoulders over wrist, high crescent lunge. Left foot to your left hand. Remember, modify by dropping back knee. On an inhale, arms reach. So first one, the body's kind of like, ooh, you're opening me, what's happening? So help yourself, align. Hands on the hips, soften your back knee. Draw that mula bandha up and in. Right hip projects forward. Once you have that, maybe back leg extends. Heel over ball of the foot, and you reach your arms up. One more breath. Exhale, hands down. Right hand stays where it is. Left arm reaches up. So it's a beautiful stretch and twist. Adding in a little core work. You can modify by dropping your right knee. You can step left foot in front of the right. Level 3, stack, bicep over ear. Strong pose, soft smile on the face. One more breath. And then left arm up, look down. We're going to lower to our bellies. Take your left ear cheek to the mat, look right. Release your arms by your side. Feel your heart rate beating a little rapidly. We're working that cardio. Know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be in this moment. Take exactly what you need. And then from here, you can bring your chin to the center of your mat. Go ahead, interlace your hands behind your back. And on an inhale, try to lift your legs, reach your arms back, and lift your chest. So it's a beautiful back bend here. Lift a little higher, one more. And then exhale, child's pose. Hands by your side. Big toes together, knees width of your mat. Ah, so yummy. Is there anybody that doesn't like child's pose? I always wonder that. Maybe you take prayer hands, bend your elbows, thumbs to the nape of your neck. If you want more, walk your elbows forward and then hug your triceps in. Opening your upper back. And then slowly, when you're ready, meet in down dog. Okay, so external rotations are my jam. So we're going to play around with a little bit of sequencing. Right leg rises. You're going to step it through for warrior two. So right foot to the middle of your hands. Left foot pivots flat 45 degrees. And then the left arm picks you up. So heel to arch alignment. Make sure your right knee is projecting forward towards the middle toe. And if you notice your body is leaning forward, let the left arm pull you back. So the shoulders stack over the hips. And then look out towards your right middle finger. So a little more core work here. Side angle pose, right arm on the right thigh. Left arm is going to reach up. So traditionally we stay here, but I want you to kind of take a candy cane shape. How you're going to do that is you're going to lift your right arm up and you're going to reach it towards the left hip. So it's not resting on anything. And then take the left bicep over your ear. How's that? Now all the while you're still bending into the front knee. There you go. Just 2 breaths, feeling strong, knowing that you got this, root into your feet. And then to come out, look down towards your right toe, back to warrior two. A lot harder, right? Okay, same thing, reverse warrior. So right arm up, left arm down. So traditional, we go here. Candy cane arm, we're going to take this left arm and reach it forward. So like in front of your right hip. And then keep reaching the right arm back. Keep bending the right knee forward. Look up, 2 breaths, you got this. And then back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg, say ah. Now scoot your back foot in 2 times, so it's a little shorter stance for triangle. Arms are going to extend forward as the hips go back. Right hand could lower to your shin or a block. You can grab your toes. Left arm rises. You could take Uttika Trikonasana, reaching left bicep over the ear. We've done enough core, but if you need to feel really exceptional for your Memorial Day weekend, maybe you reach your bottom arm forward as well. And then right hand to your ankle. Bring your left hand to your hip. Now we're not coming out just yet. We're going to go into half moon with a bound arm. So you're going to bend your right knee forward. With your left arm, see if you can hook it behind your back and reach for your front hip. This may help you find balance. Look down towards the right toe. Right arm is going to lower. Left leg rises. So stay bound here. If it's hard for you to balance, look down towards your right hand. If you want more of a challenge, start to turn the torso. Take 1 more breath, and then rebend the front knee. Take the left leg down, windmill the arms, warrior two, and then straighten your front leg. Hands on your hips, right foot in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, recover. Releasing the hands. Let's take a wide leg down dog. Walk your arms forward. Press your chest back. Deep breath in, open mouth, sigh. And then walk your hands so they're under the shoulders. Bring your left hand to the earth, right hand on your hip. If you need a little more height, come to spidey fingers. Turn the chest to the right and then reach your right arm up. Open spinal twist. Right hand replaces left. Left hand to the hip, torso to the left. So crown of the head's forward, tailbone's back, and then maybe left arm rises. Good. Both hands down. Onto the hips. Flat back. Here we go. Warrior two, left foot. So all you have to do is turn your left foot out, heel to arch alignment, bend into that left knee, open the arms, and make sure that your shoulders are above the hips. So maybe that right arm pulls back, wrist over the ankles. Drishti is towards the left middle finger. We're just going to hold, let that burning sensation happen. And then side angle pose. So left forearm on the thigh, the right arm reaches up. This is challenging as it is. But if you're ready to grow, right, we're going to take candy cane arm. Left arm reaches for right hip. Right bicep over the ear. Look up. Keep bending that front knee. Feel the burn. Embrace the burn. It's how you grow. 2 more. You got this. Last one. Warrior two never felt so good. Reverse, left palm up, right arm down the leg. So this is familiar, we like it, it's what we know. Shall we add on? Right arm reaches forward, past left hip. Engage. Keep bending into that front knee. I know it doesn't want you to, but you are stronger than you think. One more. Warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Bring your back foot in 1 or 2 times, shortening the stance. Arms forward, hips back, Trikonasana. Your expression, hand on shin, block, toes. Right arm reaches up. Again, you can take bicep over ear. If you want more oblique, left arm extends forward. And we're breathing. Last 2. Let's come out of there. Left hand to the shin. Everybody, right arm behind your back. Try to reach for your left hip. So you're pulling this right shoulder back. Half moon pose. So look down. If you have your block, you're going to put it on the ground under the left shoulder. You transfer the weight into the left leg so your right leg extends parallel to the ground. Flex your foot. If the balance is challenging, look down towards left thumb. If you feel like you've got it, start to spiral the chest open and look up. Yeah, it's nice bound. To release, bend your front knee, softly place right foot down, warrior two. And then straighten your front leg, hands on your hips, left foot in. So now we're in a wide leg stance, edges of your feet in line with edges of your mat, hinging forward. So I'm going to give you yogi's choice here. If you want to invert, take a tripod headstand. If you want a little more flexibility, take your hands, fingers away from you, and walk yourself through until the crown of the head comes closer to the earth. Really think about lifting your inner arches of the feet here. So for tripod headstand, the hands are in line with your feet. If you're trying this variation, you bend your elbows. Think about keeping them narrow. Transfer the weight all the way to the tippy toes. And then once you feel secure, it's really about bone stacking here, letting go of fear. And then when you're ready to come down, same thing, let your toes find the earth. Walk it out. Good, let's come into Skandasana. So I want you to turn your right toes out, bend your right knee, extend the left leg, and maybe flex the toes, come to the heel. You can keep your hands on the ground. If you want to work on balance, try hands at heart center. If you want to work on a bind, you can take your right fingertips to the earth, kind of like we do in our garland squat. The left arm could wrap behind the back, and the right arm could wrap around. And then let's try the other side. So hands down, pivot onto the left side. Left toes dial out 45. It's okay if the heel lifts up here. We all look unique. If you want balance, arms forward or hands at heart center. Maybe bind it, left arm wraps around the shin. And what's the worst that can happen? You drop your bottom, you still get a great stretch in this bind. Let the ego go. Who cares? Confetti does not fall from the ceiling when you get a pose. Good. Slowly release. Bring your hands onto your hips. And with a flat back, we rise. Turn your front toes forward. Soften the knee and step your back leg up to meet it. Mountain pose. Clean the slate. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, root your hands. You can jump or step back. Your choice, Vinyasa, meet in down dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. All right, one more standing sequence. Are you down? Yes, breathe. Right leg rises. You're going to step it through warrior one. Arms reach up. Release the arms behind your back. Interlace your hands. Lift your sternum. Take your right shoulder to the right knee. Crown down. Look back towards the left foot if you can. If not, you can look to the front foot. Keep tracking that right knee forward. One more breath here. Slowly come up, warrior one again. Hands are going to come to heart center. You're going to pivot on the ball of your back foot, flying to warrior three pose. So start to lift your back leg. You can open your arms like wings. You could take the arms behind you or forward. And then release your left hand under the left shoulder, right hand on your right hip. Revolved half moon. This is one of my nemesis poses. It's hard. Maybe the right arm reaches up. Maybe you bend your back leg today for fun and reach back for your foot. How's that? Last breath. Rewind it all back. Warrior one, here it is. And then exhale, flow it out. Step back. Chaturanga, all is temporary. Inhale up. Exhale back. Don't even think about it. Just do. Left leg steps forward. Warrior one, here it is. Interlace your fingers. Maybe flip it the opposite way, so opposite thumb in front. Knuckles run down, back leg, lift heart. Exhale, left shoulder, left knee. Crown down. Arms reach overhead, gaze to the back foot, otherwise to the front foot. Inhale, rise. Hands release, heart center. Come to the ball of your back foot. Start to hinge forward and fly. Right leg lifts up. You could stay, arms out, arms behind you. And then revolved half moon. So right hand under your right shoulder, flex your right leg. Left hand to the hip, spiral open the chest, just like we've been doing. And then the left arm reaches up. Maybe you bend your back leg, reach for your foot or ankle. Oh, so yummy. Last one. Warrior one, inhale, rise. Exhale, hands frame left foot, step back, lower. Inhale up. Exhale back. Best down dog you know how to do. And then we're going to drop to our knees today and come to a kneeling position. And then you're going to stand on your knees, preparing for our back bend. So camel pose is what it will be. Beginners, tuck your toes. It's going to give you a little more height to reach back for your heels. My advanced practitioners, keep the tops of their feet on the ground. 2 rounds. Everybody's going to put the hands on the low back. It doesn't matter to me if your fingers point up or down. It's just personal preference. So main thing here is hips go forward, chest lifts. It's almost like you can balance your Starbucks cup, right, on the chest. You can look up. If the neck allows, you can drop the head back. This is going to open the 5th chakra, your communication. You could even stick out your tongue. And then slowly release, knees together, sit back on your heels. Relax for a moment, make a little bowl out of your hands, take chin mudra, hands at heart center. Just connect within. We're going to go into it again. I'm going to give you arm variations to add. Okay, if you've got your blocks, be mindful you can place them vertically on each side. And if your hands don't reach back for your heels, you can use your blocks. Okay, so remember, toes tucked. Hands to your hips or low back, hips forward. So one arm at a time. Right arm extends up. Maybe you can reach for your right heel. Maybe left arm reaches up. And then you could always switch. Right arm up, left hand reaches for heel. Full expression of the pose. Hands reach back for the heels. Chest lifts. Press into the feet. Open the throat. Open the heart. What is holding you back? Be vulnerable. Let it shine. And then when you're ready to release, always support the low back. Always tuck your chin. Close your knees together. Sit back. You could do child's pose, or if you want to try rabbit, reach back for your heels. Keep your chin tucked. So your forehead starts to lower to your knees. And then we come to the crown of the head by lifting the tailbone, lifting the sits bones. Rounding the spine. Nice counter stretch. And then to release, lower your heel. So from here, if you've got your block, you can open your feet And you could try to sit back on your block. We're coming to hero's pose. If you're able to, try to sit in between your feet. It's not available for everyone. You can also do this pose lying on your belly and just drawing the heels into the glutes. So you can start to come back, leaning back. You're feeling the stretch in the quads. We did a lot of lunges today, a lot of warriors. You can come back to your forearms if you want deeper. If you've got your block, you can even put it on the ground behind you. We're just going to hang out here for like 30 seconds. It doesn't matter to me if you lie all the way back or if you're staying in an upright position. As long as you're feeling the stretch in the tops of your thighs, it's where I want you. We're stretching the hamstrings constantly. We're opening the hips constantly, but the quadricep is a huge muscle. So you want to give it a little love. Always toning, always engaging and working for us. Now we're just lengthening. When you're ready to release, try to come out the same way. So if you came to the forearms, then the hands, carefully bring the hands forward, lean off to the side, and extend the legs forward. Oh yeah, you might want to point and flex, windshield wiper. And then from here, let's find staff pose. So if you'd like to move any flesh away from the sits bones, hands release under shoulders, nice tall spine, flex your feet, heels may lift, and then arms reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. You can use a strap. Your hands could fall to the sides of the legs. You can soften the knees. Just get nice length in the spine, melt in. So starting to slow down the practice now. We've done a lot of challenging poses in this particular class, but my hope is that you're inspired by them and not feel ever that you're being defeated. Our practice is always evolving, and that's why they call it a yoga practice. We're just enjoying the journey as we flow. So slowly come up. Reverse plank or reverse table. So for table, you bend your knees, heels in line with sits bones, fingers back about 6 inches, fingers forward. Lift your hips nice and high. It's going to open the shoulders. You can look up, you can drop the head. For a plank, keep the legs extended. So you lift your hips, try to have the bottoms of your feet touch the earth. Open up. And then to release, chin tucks in, lower your bottom. We'll take one round of boat pose. I feel like we really worked our obliques, but mine will touch those transverse abdominals. So hands can release behind the thighs. If you lean back just a little bit, chest lifts. Shins either parallel to the earth. You can extend the legs, Navasana. Maybe arms reach forward, maybe up. For 3, lift higher, last 2. And 1. Give yourself a hug. Extend your legs forward. Make your way onto your back. You can use the arms like brake pads. You can engage the core. Only you know exactly what you want. Take a glimpse of Shavasana. We're not doing any more back bends, so that's good news. I want you to jaw the knees in. Just give yourself a little gentle rock side to side. And then keep holding onto your right leg. Extend the left leg alongside your mat. Open your right arm out like a T, and with your left hand, take the knee across the body, spinal twist. The right shoulder melts down, gaze out over that right hand. So you could stay here, or you could bend your bottom leg for cat's tail. With your right hand, you reach back, maybe reaching for the toes. And then gently release. Knee comes forward, head draws forward, switch legs, tuck left knee in, extend right leg along the mat. Right hand is going to guide the knee, left arm out like a wing. Take the knee across the body, turn your head to the left, melt that left shoulder down. So stay here or bend your bottom leg back, heel to glute, and with your left hand, find cat's tail. And just because you can, I think it's important to point out that you don't have to. There are some days where when I'm in this pose, I lose some of the side body stretch. So I prefer to keep the leg extended. And then head comes through center, knee through center. One last hug in. This time take your feet to the edges of your mat. Keep your knees bent. Take like a goalpost arm and then just windshield wiper your legs to the right. And if you want a little more sensation, pick up your right foot. Take the knife edge over the left thigh so the left knee comes closer down. Just feel the stretch. Little love for the IT band. And then you can slip that foot back to the mat, windshield wiper the knees to the left. And same thing, you could stay here if you want a little more left foot, knife edge on right thigh. Right knee comes closer. Feel the heart broaden, opened up. Meridians of the body open. So energy is kind of just flowing in and flowing out, feeling really good. And know that you did this. You showed up, you did the work. Yes, I'm your guide. Yes, I give you suggestions, but you will always be your own teacher. Good. Slide that foot off. Supta Baddha Konasana. Knees draw in, soles of the feet together. And then you can either take right hand on belly, left hand over heart. You could reach opposite elbows over your head. You could gently let your fingers touch. A full minute of letting go. Soften the face. Separate your teeth. Relax everything from your head, your torso, the arms, fingers, legs, and toes. Taking a screenshot of this moment in your mind's eye so that it's there for you to revisit and reconnect whenever things feel off. Releasing right arm, 8 inches from the hip, and then left. Extending the limbs when you're ready. Take up a little real estate today, so maybe walk your feet wider than the mat. Letting everything go now as you take final rest in Shavasana. So the cool news with these lives is that you can stay here as long as you need to. Hitting the pause button. As you're ready to reawaken, start to bring a little movement into the body. Fingers, toes, always a great way. Turn head side to side. Taking the knees in, embrace. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Curling into a little ball. Bouncing on just one place in the spine. Right arm extends like a pillow, fetal position. And then coming up to any position of your choice seated as we come full circle. Hands draw to heart center as we're reminded of our intention that was set. So my hope for each of you is to know that yes, we're human and we're going to feel all sorts of emotions. But whenever you're able to come back to the tools that you've discovered through meditation, through yoga, through your higher self, you're always going to feel better. Thank you for showing up and doing the work. Thank you for allowing me to guide you. Remember, there is enough space out there for all of us to shine. So let's cheer each other on. Namaste. I think my kids stole my chime because I just looked all around and